If there's a game that lies more in its title than Watch Dogs 2, I haven't heard about it. For starters, at no point during the experience do you even look at a dog, let alone watch it. And secondly, who wants to do that in the first place? You're sick, Ubisoft. And yeah, this is the Miller Rapport. This week, however, I have been playing Watch Dogs 2, a game that has been heralded as one of the most anticipated of the year. Now, I don't anticipate games because I'm not an idiot. That's like getting excited about Tesco putting a leaflet through your door. But there's one problem that nobody is talking about, namely the hacking mechanic, or more specifically, what you can't hack. If you're gonna make a game where I can break into certain things, there are certain options I expect to have. And what are these options? I don't hear you ask, because it's a pre-recorded video and you're watching it through YouTube. There's no real time here. Well, I'm gonna tell you anyway. So here we go. Number 7, the making easy money hack. We all want to make easy money. No one has ever sat there and thought to themselves, I have too much of the green stuff, a statement that's also true when referring to broccoli. Even ultimate nerd Bill Gates doesn't think he's too loaded. He won't give any of his money to his kids, which is why I respect him. In Watch Dogs 2, though, there should be an option to sue companies in order to bring home a huge fortune. It wouldn't even be that difficult either. Ubisoft is obsessed with letting you break into modern-day gadgets as you play through, so why not go one step further and allow you to hack into your own phone? Now, I know that sounds weird. Why would I hack into my own phone? That's like punching yourself in the face and cracking open your own skull. There's no victor here, just you, bleeding like a pig. The point, though, is once you're in, you blow the damn thing up and then sue the manufacturer. Never seen that before in a video game, have you? Don't pretend this isn't a thing either. Samsung are pulling this trick right now. Phones that set on fire by accident? Give me a break. And give me in-game insurance fraud. Number 6, the speeding people up hack. Have you seen how slow people are recently? They take longer to get anywhere than Gabe Newell and Half-Life 3. What a joke that is, by the way. Over 10 years later, and you're still out there praying for your precious Gordon, I look like a pencil Freeman to turn back up. It's pathetic. It's true, though. In the modern day, a human being is slower than National Rail. And you know what I'm talking about. You're walking down the street, and someone else in front of you who is also walking down the street just stops, meaning you crash into the back of them, and then they turn around and look at you like you're scum. Are you kidding me? That's a bigger problem than Day 1 DLC, which isn't a problem. Just don't buy it, genius. Anyway, how am I expected to get to the gymnasium to clang and bang when I have hundreds of Poindexes in my way? I can't just throw them into the street. I tried that. I got a verbal warning. The only solution then is to allow me to do it in the digital world, or in this instance, Watch Dogs 2. Why can't I hack into an escalator and turn that thing onto full power? Not only would I be increasing the productivity of the human race by 55.8%, you can't argue with that because it's maths, but I'd be providing a service for fast people by forcing slower ones to speed up. And let's face it, the fast community has been overlooked for far too long. It's time to balance that checkbook. Number 5, the getting people arrested hack. Someone annoys me almost on a daily basis, whether it's because they're eating simple carbohydrates with no thought for their own health, breathing in my oxygen, or just having a face. It's rare that I get through 24 hours without wanting to crush someone into dust. And after this, I would obviously sweep up said dust, because that's just the thing you do. My options are limited to what I can actually do, but in Watch Dogs 2, the world should be my oyster. Using a simple hack, I should be able to break into my next-door neighbor's sound system, whack the volume up, before then ringing the police and registering a noise complaint. I wouldn't even give my real name. I'd call myself Luke Skywalker, because then, if somebody did cotton onto my plan, they'd instantly start looking for a nerd. But when the cops came a-calling, this jabroni would be a-falling. Down to the police station, because he broke the law. Number 4, the annoying nerds hack. It's no surprise to learn that nerds are everywhere in a slowly polluting society with their very existence. Mostly found on the internet, where you can see them tweeting. They look like this, this, and this. It's a disgrace. Thankfully, the nerd has one obvious weak point, and it comes in the form of space. It is physically impossible for said nerd to like both Star Trek and Star Wars. I don't know the reason why. but I can only presume it's because they're sexually frustrated to the point of lunacy. While I can't interfere with that, I can interfere with what they receive in the mail. This is why I want Ubisoft to patch Watch Dogs 2 so I can hack into a ticket service of my choice and send Star Trek convention tickets to a Star Wars fan and vice versa. Can you imagine the look on their face when they turn up to a Star Trek convention dressed as that overgrown mustache Chewbacca? They're gonna be laughed out the building. When that's done too, I can hack into a geek's PC and keep turning it off every time they try to download something from Steam. That is joyous. Number 3, the announced Half-Life 3 hack. Yeah, that's right. You thought my swipe earlier at Half-Life 3 was a one and done. Wrong again, chump. Time for you to go and read a dictionary and learn what the word decimated means. Seriously though, you cannot go a week without someone seeing the number 3 and then deciphering that this must mean Half-Life 3 is on the way. Forget the fact that kind of behavior is borderline psychotic. Forget that Valve's too busy running a shop. We have to conjure up lies as if we're David Blaine in the late 90s. It was camera trickery, you moron, and Half-Life 3 does not exist. So that's why I want to hack into Valve servers in Watch Dogs 2 and pretend that Half-Life 3 has actually been announced. Then I would sit back in my throne and watch NeoGAF, Reddit, and all forms of social media just start melting down. It would be like the end of the Terminator, although without Arnold Schwarzenegger, or robots, or that woman who saved the world, or that annoying kid. It's nothing like the Terminator. I just like that movie. Number 2, the fixed Batman Arkham Knight hack. If we're going to be hacking into things, we should be hacking into things for the greater good. Not turning a traffic light from red to green. This isn't Sesame Street. This is real life. And Big Bird is not your friend. Or alive. And good grief, imagine he was. You'd be terrified. A 7-foot monster that rules the skies. And he's yellow. Warner Brothers created quite the scene when they completely screwed up Batman Arkham Knight on PC. Now, we all know that Batman is the greatest human being to have ever lived, and to be treated this way is nothing short of scandalous. Be like saying Hulk Hogan was involved in a sex tape. What? He was? Hulk Hogan was in a sex tape. But what about all those powerful lines about saying your prayers and eating your vitamins? You don't pop a vitamin C, say a prayer, and then film yourself making love. But he did? What a disappointment. Anyway, the point being, this is a travesty of greatness that was marred by morons, and by this stage, no one is going to fix it. That's why there should be a hack to get into Rocksteady's infrastructure and make what is one of the finest pieces of gaming history work on a buffoon box, aka a PC. While I'm there too, I can delete that malnourished idiot known as Robin. I mean, come on, Robin? I eat robins for breakfast. Well, no, I don't. I eat eggs. A lot of damned eggs. Number 1, the make No Man's Sky not boring hack. Jeez, have you played Hello Games' No Man's Sky? It is like pulling teeth, and that's weird. See? But that's still more fun than trying to get through that space-filled nonsense known as No Man's Sky. For one, where's the guns? How am I meant to enjoy anything when I can't shoot a weapon of deadly accuracy? Secondly, where are the explosions? If I can't stare into the fiery blaze of an epic blast, why am I even alive? You may as well throw my body into a pit. And yet none of these are to be found in No Man's Sky. And it wouldn't be a problem if there was a good alternative, but there's not. The whole premise of the game is sit in a bathtub and go look at rocks. What the hell is that about? When have you ever sat in the bath and thought you were a spaceman flying through the stars? I'll tell you when you were 8 years old and your mum had to wash you and you got those pruny fingers because you spent too long in the water. Is that what you want from life during adulthood? Prune hands? No, it's not. So let me hack No Man's Sky in Watch Dogs 2, Ubisoft, or I'll be on the first Eurostar out of London to give you a piece of my mind. Bonjour? Exactly. I'll see you next week. Now don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more Miller Rapport episodes in the future, and then like, share, and leave a comment below.